Hi, I'm Kathy Dodson.
And I'm Jocelyn Lindsay. Welcome to another episode of 5 Minute Indie Insights, publishing tips and tricks in 5 minutes because we believe in bite sized wisdom that's as delicious as an Oreo cookie.
Yum. Today, we're talking about how to put your novel up on Amazon, and we are going to show you.
Yeah, this is I'm really excited about this because we're gonna see this live. Kathy, you've got a book that you need to get up on Amazon, and we thought it would be fabulous to have you do this live so we could show our viewers because you don't get to see behind the curtain until you have a book that's ready to publish. So it's publishing your actual book feels like this big scary thing, and you don't get to look at it and practice and try and figure it out. You don't get to do it until you are ready to go. So Kathy is going to take it away. For at the time of this recording, her book that's going up is just being released. So Kathy, you are going to get her screen. We're going to get to see everything that's going on, and I get to sit back and ask questions and make comments. So, Kathy, it's all you. Go for it.
All right, here we go. So, first, you need a KDP account, Kindle Direct Publishing. And then once you've got that, you just go into your bookshelf and hit the create button. Very exciting. I am going to create an ebook. You can create a paperback. As you can see, there's several other things. So this is the main screen, 3 sections, and we have 24 items to get through in these 3 sections. So very first, easy, choose your language. Mine is English. Book title. So this one happens to be 5 Tries to Get It. Whoops, right. Right. There is no subtitle on this book. It
Now,
is not, yeah,
I'm going to jump in here really quickly. Now, one of the things that I know the book title it can't include extra spaces, it can't include extra things, right? It's got to
that's
be
right. It
the
needs
title.
to match exactly. And because I get my own ISBNs, we'll talk about that in a minute, you really need to make sure that your title is correct. As I said, it's not a series. I'm not putting in an edition number. But author, that's really important. So we're going to do Catherine Dodson. And I don't have any other contributors. I'm the only author. Now, I've prepped a sheet to help me grab all this information really quickly. So I already have my definition or description, I mean. So I'm just going to plop that in there.
And this is your blurb.
This is my blurb. It's the same thing that's on the back cover of the book, as a matter of fact. And it's something that I may change. Any of this you can come back and change fairly easily, except for the few days right before you publish your book. So then it asks you about publishing rights. I own the copyright, period, because I'm self-publishing the book through my publishing company. So primary audience, does the book's cover or interior contain sexually explicit images, or does the book's title contain sexually explicit language? No. So reading age, you want to do 18 plus, unless you're writing a children's book, but if you're following us, chances are you're not. And then primary marketplace, if you're in the United States, you choose Amazon.com. This is India, UK, so, but I'm in the United States, so I'm choosing Amazon.com. Categories. So we've talked about categories, and you get to choose categories. So I am going to just look back at my thing. I have family life, friendship fiction. So I happen to know that I need to go under literature and fiction. Sorry, it took me a minute. And then there's a subcategory called women's fiction. And for women's fiction, this actually is an action and adventure type novel. It's also contemporary. I could put that in, but this is why we do all of that category search, right? And then you add another category. And so since you already know your categories, because we've shown you how to find them, you do that and do it 3 times. I'm not gonna go through the 3 times right here, because I've got 5 minutes to get through this whole thing. But you need to make sure that you put in all 3 categories. It's really important. Okay, and then keywords. We're gonna have a video on keywords coming up, but you need your 7 keywords, and I happen to have them
And
right
and
here. Yeah,
I think we really recommend having all of this in a document or a spreadsheet, having all this information somewhere before you get to this page and you have to put it in.
and again, this is really important. It's gonna help people find your books. So you wanna have the right keywords, and we'll do a whole episode on that, probably more than one. So again, I'm not gonna go through and put it through all 7, and you can kind of see how this is. Okay, am I ready to release my book now? Oh, no, I'm not. Uh, I am looking at a May release, and I normally, get my books out on the 3rd week of the month. So I'm gonna go with May 16th.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Okay. And then I must have been the final version before May 12th, and you can't change it between May 12th and May 16th. But save and continue. That's our first block. That's the
Now,
big details.
once you also have a pre-order, you don't want to miss that date.
You can change the date.
Right. But
But
you don't want to get to May 16th and not have a book to upload.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, so here, this is where you do the manuscript stuff, right? So are you ready to upload your manuscript file? So I'm gonna say no. Just because it still needs to go through the proofreader, and I just am not ready to do that. But I wanted to show you this, which is a book that is, if it wants to open, there we go. So this one actually has the manuscript uploaded. It's a EPUB file. So that's important to know. When you're uploading to Amazon, you're going to want an EPUB file. We're going to talk about how to do all of that in different issues. And then once you do that, it will go through a check. So mine is well done. Your manuscript does not contain spelling errors or image errors. And you can launch a previewer and see it. And you want to do that. You want to go through every page and just make sure that everything is right. So back over to the book that we're doing. We recommend a book cover, of course. I have never tried creating my own on Amazon. Instead, I get my covers done. And I grab it and upload it.
And since you've had it done, it comes to you already formatted in the right everything. You just have to take that file and upload it.
That's right.
Yep.
And so it takes a while to process it, and there we go. Now this is something new. I love this. AI generated content. Amazon is collecting information about the use of artificial intelligence tools in creating content. Did you use AI tools in creating text, images, or other transcripts? No, I did not.
And like ProWriting Aid and Grammarly,
Don't
editing
count.
tools, yeah, they don't count.
Yep. When you go into the content guidelines, you see
Yep.
that if you're using an editor, an editing program, that it doesn't count. Kindle ebook preview, again, we saw that in the other one. You always want to do it. Mine can't be downloaded because I didn't give them any text. So then you have an ISBN. Amazon will give you an ISBN, but I have my own publishing company, Renegade Reads. I think it's important to have my own ISBN. I happen to use Kindle Unlimited with my books, but like with my paperback, it's wide. So Barnes and Noble can get it, anybody can get it. So I need to have my own ISBN.
Yeah.
So if I go,
I was just gonna say, I always think that's good because it's like it's your real estate. It's you can then take it anywhere. You can put your book anywhere.
absolutely. So Bowker is the company you get your ISBNs from. Maybe we'll do something on that at some point, but I just pulled that information that I already had, and then my publisher is Renegade Reads. And Bowker already has all this data, so if it doesn't match, Amazon will not let me use that ISBN.
And
You
Amazon,
can't make these up.
no, and Amazon doesn't care what you put for the publisher. You can put your name, you can put your dog's name, if you have a publishing company or something you want to put down there instead. Amazon's not going to go check and look up your LLC standing.
No, they are not at all. And so you can put your name, but it is important because you can't change it on that book once you've published your book, right? And certainly if you get your ISBNs through Bowker, which is the independent agency you have to use if you're in the United States, it will have the publishing company there. And again, like Jocelyn said earlier, everything has to match.
Yep.
Okay, so we're on the final page. We have KDP Select Enrollment. This is if you want to be in Kindle Unlimited. I do. I get a lot of sales through KNEP page reads, Kindle Unlimited page reads. Territories. I want it to be able to be sold everywhere. I was really surprised when my first book, like early on, sold like 9 copies in Italy. I have no idea why to this day, but I'm really glad that it did. Again, they've asked you this before on the first page, but your primary marketplace. I'm in America, so I'm using Amazon.com. Pricing and royalty plans, 70%. So to get, I don't know if you just saw this populate here. To get 70%, your book must be between $2.99 and $9.99. Now, I've gone through and looked at all the pages of similar books and know what the books in my category charge. And so for an independently published book, I'm looking at $4.99 in the US market, and that automatically populates all the other countries.
Thankfully, you don't have to
Yes.
figure all that out.
When you're doing a paperback, you'll have a couple of other questions to answer, but nothing big.
Yep.
So pre-order terms. By clicking submit to pre-order, I confirm I have all the necessary rights to make any content I am uploading available for marketing, distribution, and sales in each territory I've indicated above. And I'm in compliance with the KDP terms and conditions. Read them. I've read them in the past. So all I do now is hit submit for pre-order, and we are ready to roll. And that is it. That's how you publish a book on Amazon. It's actually not that hard, but you do want to have all your information available and ready to go.
Yeah.
And I can go in there and change a lot of it. I can't change the ISBN number or there's things you shouldn't change, but the marketing stuff, the categories, the keywords, all of that, you can go back in and change.
Yeah. And I think the most important part out of what we just saw was make sure you've done all your research. You know what your keywords are, you know what your categories are, you have your blurb, you have your cover, your book is done, it's finished, it's polished. You have your ISBN, you know all of that before you go in and start filling it out. It'll just make your life so much easier.
Right. And remember that once you hit that it's ready for pre-order, it's up on Amazon, right? So people can go buy it. So time it with the announcement of your newsletter and different things like that, so you can take advantage of every bit of marketing you can.
Absolutely. And yeah, there's some little bits that we'll make videos for, like keywords, but right now you have seen it and you have seen behind the curtain. So go get your book done so that you can be here putting it up on Amazon. I think that's it.
I think that's it too. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. Go write. Bye.
Bye.